At about 3 a.m. one Sunday morning in September, with sustained winds predicted at 40 miles an hour, a microburst suddenly destroyed a covered pier at Regatta Point Yachting Center in Deltaville, Virginia. Several boats were damaged, and one boat owner was evacuated on a fire department boat. Who could have predicted that reverberations from that event would drive up my anxiety level and challenge my close quarter maneuvering skills just 2 weeks later? My brother Steve and I were bringing Blown Away down from Baltimore, Maryland to Hampton, Virginia, where she would spend the winter waiting for a trip to Florida along the Intercoastal Waterway in the spring. Our last stop along the way was Regatta Point Yachting Center in Deltaville, Virginia. This Broad Creek marina has a notoriously narrow and shallow approach that always makes me nervous. We spent a quiet night tied up at the marina. In the morning, we watched this barge piled high with debris from the storm leaving the marina. We gave it a good head start before heading for the narrow channel back to the Rappahannock River. Leaving Regatta Point Yachting Center. Just like we did a year ago. Not going to Tangier Island today or Smith Island. Not going to have a thunderstorm. Heading to Hampton, Virginia. I don't want to get cocky, but I feel like we've nailed the Deltaville arrival and departure. We finally understand where the shallows are. And that is the wreckage. Going out on a barge. As we moved down the narrow channel, we discovered that the barge had run aground right at the exit to deeper water. You've got to understand how long, narrow, and shallow this channel is.
You're 5 feet, Dave.
I know. I'm a little to the side here. Blown Away needs 5 feet of water or her keel will hit the bottom. In this channel, it is entirely possible to run aground even when staying between the buoys.
4-9.
Yeah. It's because it's low tide.
See the boat in front of you, right?
Yeah. I'm going to have to just turn around. I can't really stop here, Steve.
Stuck.
He is stuck. Man, the life of a barge driver. This is a terrible place to get stuck, Steve. Plugging green. 4-9. 4-8.
7.
I'm gonna get over here a little more.
Yep, went back up.
Gotta really hug that green. This is coming through this little narrow thing is always anxiety provoking, and now you can't just traverse it.
Yep, you gotta stay anyway.
You gotta stay. Thankfully there's no wind at all, man. Yeah. If there was any wind at all, this would be terrible. Oh. Beautiful sun.
He's pulling himself back here.
Oh, is he pulling back?
Yeah.
He's further and further to the east. He's further, because I think he's more aground now than he was a few minutes ago. He's definitely made, oh yeah, he's making, I think he's under power now.
Yeah, I think you're right.
Hallelujah. Wait, so is this where he got stuck?
This is where he got stuck.
Yeah.
Yep.
It was 5.5 when we went, when we crossed where he got stuck.
Whole depth is 6 feet.
6 feet is the draft.
Yeah.
Well, yeah, it's 5.5 coming through that at low tide. That explains that. These deck barges are a common sight on the Chesapeake Bay. Most are 60 to 200 feet long and can float in just a few feet of water when empty. A fully loaded barge might run aground in 9 feet of water. It is critical for the operators to accurately calculate the draft based on the load before heading out into shallow water. The tugs that push barges are called push boats. Their engines usually generate well over 1,000 horsepower. I guess that's the transport tug. Yeah, that's probably the pilot boat pushes them out and then the transport tug takes over. Yeah. Pilot boat's coming away. There he goes.
He earned his money today.
he earned his pay today. Contact.